you are. I was just starting to get concerned.
Don't worry about me, Cedric. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Being dehydrated in the desert? I don't know, dude. We didn't see that in, where was it, Kalima or Daventry?
It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madamushka.
Alright, so let's go see her.
You may see Madamushka now.
Madame Mushka.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'm just salty as hell that this is the only place where we're getting subtitles. What the hell? Alright, so let's watch this cartoon. What are we in for?
So, you are here to see Marimushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency. We will see what we can find out for you. Look, Ingram. Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Manannan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only one who can turn him back again. Back to the wizard Manannan.
Alexander!
I don't know how, Mordak. I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across some magic spells and accidentally turned your brother into a cat. I didn't mean it. Please believe me, Mordak. I don't know how to turn him back into a wizard.
Accidentally?
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat. Starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all. But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, Ingram. Be careful. That Mordek is a bad one.
Thank you, Madam Mushka.
That's less fortune telling and just outright selling us the plot. Wow.
Madam Mushka is tired. No more for today.
I was just trying to walk past, but you know what? Let's go down here to the anthill instead. That was all very, very sudden, and that cut at the end was quite comical. So, Daventry was in a bottle on the left-hand side. Mordak stole the castle, stole our family. Manannan is Mordak's brother. And they're trying to reverse the cat spell that Alexander put on him with the cat cookie. Which makes a whole lot more sense now that I've actually played King's Quest III in its entirety. That's what we're up against. It's good to see Manannan again though. Hopefully the game gives me an option to kick him. We got a magic amulet from her.
The amulet is attached to a soft leather thong.
And it's going to protect us against all but the most powerful of magics. Maybe the witch up north? Can I wear this?
Graham is already wearing the amulet around his neck.
Shit, let me redo that.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight.
Madam Mushka.
Okay, let's have a look around. Did this crying guy come back? Hey, be nice, ants. I've spoken to your king.
Ooh, is that the new dad?
Shut the fuck up, Cedric. Not sure what we do with you two yet. The marionettes, though, makes me think we're going to grab that and give that to the toy maker or his daughter, perhaps. Daughter, granddaughter, I don't remember. The bird flew off.
In a nearby tree trunk, an old wound has created a perfect bird bath. There's nothing in the tree but a little water.
Okay. I could possibly go north now, because I've got that amulet. There's a witch in there, an old witch, but we'll see if the amulet protects us.
Oh, no! Oh, I'm not going in there! Can't you read the sign? Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here. Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
And snarling roots, creeping vines, decaying logs, twisted, gnarled trees. The close feeling of the gloomy forest quickly overwhelms Graham. And snarling roots, numerous.
I was definitely clicking look before, but nothing was happening.
And snarling, it seems to Graham that there is an unusually large number of toads in this forest.
Can I pat the toads?
These toads look too repulsive to catch.
I can talk to them. Alright, let's take a look around.
To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would.
Nice.
Unseen eyes seem to watch Graham as he stumbles confusedly through the thick maze of the gloomy forest. Of all the ugly hags Graham has seen in his life, this is by far the ugliest.
How many have you seen? And no, we're not counting the banquets at the beginning of King's Quest 2.
Even though the old witch is now powerless to inflict her evil magic on Graham, Graham also finds himself powerless to do anything about her. Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only fizzles and dies.
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
Those teeth.
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
Wait, what?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham.
You sound like me. Are we trapped? Oh, we are. The entrance has disappeared. And we're somewhere else entirely.
The dark forest seems to close in on Graham as he tentatively makes his way through it.
Looks like some sort of bridge there? Oh, jeez.
A crude, misshapen structure, which remotely resembles a house, sits forlornly in the center of the gloomy forest. A crevasse spewing hot steam and licks of flames surrounds it.
Okay, maybe you do own the forest.
Spitting hot steam and flames, a deep crevasse surrounds the strange little house. Even though the old witch is now powerless, mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses.
Okay, let's try going in the other direction. can't leave the path.
A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west.
I'm sorry, rock-like creature?
A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west.
Hey, can I give you this bottle? Oh, I can. Wow.
What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
Hopefully she did not have information that I needed.
Strange plants and animals inhabit this dark and dreary place, while thin rays of sunlight barely break the surface of the forest's thick foliage. Strange plants and animals. From here, a large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west.
A rock-like creature, so you've already identified it as something, but I can't do anything with it. Okay. Okay, so what is it, 3 screens? Walking around in a loop? And then we get this. Spoopy.
The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone. Being cold and creepy, Graham finds he would just as soon hurry up and leave. Tucked under a large crack in the wall, which seems to serve as a window, Graham sees an interesting wooden trunk. The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned. A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk. Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel.
Would the gnome be interested in that, perhaps?
This appears to be a small, intricately constructed spinning wheel.
Also, I've not forgotten about the booze.
The old witch's house. Graham spies a small drawer built into the trunk of a tree, which pokes awkwardly through the wall of the house. A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer.
Are there diamonds inside?
Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch. The small leather pouch is drawn tightly closed. Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds. The leather pouch contains 3 beautiful emeralds. The trio of sparkling emeralds dazzle the eyes.
I wonder if we can use those as currencies to get the cloak and the sled.
The old witch's house has been crudely. Graham spies a small drawer. A set of stone steps, much too narrow for Graham's larger body, wind precariously upward in the back of the room.
Does someone else live here, perhaps? Oh, what was that?
An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally, from within it, a tiny glint winks.
What is it?
What's this? Why, it's a little key. It is a tiny brass key.
What would that be for?
The old witch's house. A set of. The winding steps are much too narrow for Graham to ever fit through. The incense burner is now empty.
I don't know what we use that key for.
The trunk is now empty.
Remember, this witch apparently stole the willow tree's heart, or the princess's heart, made of solid gold. I don't see anything in here.
The old
Well, I see a bunch of stuff in here, but not a solid gold heart.
The dark forest seems to close in on Graham as he tentatively makes his way through it.
Can that kill me? That looks like it should be able to kill me, but I don't think it'll have any animation connected to it. Oh, I can go right here. I go right there? No.
The pervasive gloom of the forest settles around Graham like a tight, suffocating blanket. Everywhere he can hear the eerie sounds of strange creatures.
Mostly toads. Ooh.
A slimy path leads from the forest floor up to the base of a large, misshapen tree.
No comments on how this path looks absolutely dreadful? I can't go left there. Can I go up here? I go left there. Yes, I can. Yes, no, maybe no. Yes. Confusing place.
A small door built into the trunk of a large twisted tree catches Graham's attention.
And I'm pretty certain that having looked at that, I know what is inside.
Graham tugs firmly on the door in the tree, but finds it securely locked.
Yeah, I know what's in there. I know what's in here.
Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree. Graham is charmed.
Look at that, it's so well kept. Like if I was the witch just storing that, I'd like put it under my bed or something, but no, it's actually inlaid in this little cushion or whatever it is.
Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart.
Okay, we can give that back to the willow. But we need to find a way out first.
The small heart is made of pure gold.
That will give us the harp. But what do we do with said harp? I want to believe that crying dude we saw once in the forest is a minstrel, and maybe if we give it to him, that'll make him happy. But I've got no idea if that's correct or not.
A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west.
How do I get through you? I'm assuming I have to use an item on you, but I'm not sure what. The spinning wheel, the key, and the emeralds were what we picked up in the house.
This situation seems to require very careful thought. Graham needs to spend more time on this. From here, the narrow rocky path leads east and south through the gloomy forest. This situation seems to require...
Okay, it's a generic message, fine. How do we get through this rock? Can I kick the rock? So the key, the emeralds, and the heart are the only guaranteed things we've got when we come through here. Everything else is kind of optional. What about the wand?
Graham gives the wand a good shake.
I'm not sure about this one.
This situation...
How do we get out of this forest? Maybe I can't at this time. There is definitely one more thing I can do, and that is I can go to the store and show the shoe to the cobblers and see what they have to say about that.
The old witch's house.
I don't see anything more here.
The path seems to dwindle down to nothing as it nears the strange structure.
We've got to be able to get through that rock creature, surely.
Unseen eyes seem to watch Graham as he stumbles confusedly through the thick maze of the gloomy forest. It seems to Graham that there is these toads.
A rock creature is blocking passage. Then can I talk to the rock creature? Can I touch the rock creature?
Strange.
That's odd that I can't talk to it or massage it or do anything with it. Oh.
Graham squeezes the honeycomb as hard as he can, which causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a sticky little puddle at his feet. Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham puts back in his pocket.
Can I do that anywhere? Also, I forgot to save after I got the heart.
Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is reaching.
I can skip some of it, but not all. So can I use the beeswax or the honey here? No. To be super clear, I have no memory of that. I've remembered quite a few things already, but not that. Also, that's kind of crazy that we can come in here without getting the honeycomb, which means we will be in a fail state.
Graham's.
Game. That was weird. Okay, if I walk away and come back.
A sticky puddle of honey lies on the ground.
What can I do with that beeswax?
Graham carries a softened lump of beeswax.
Make an impression, perhaps? I'm expecting something to get caught in that honey trap. Like that toad, for example. Maybe I need to do a loop. Failing that, is there anything I can put on the honeycomb?
It seems to Graham that there is an unusually large number. These.
No, you're not trapped. You're just nearby. What do I have to do here?
A sticky puddle of honey lies on the ground. Graham gives the wand. This situation.
Nothing strikes me as useful here.
This.
I think from memory, going off very vague memories now, I think I just need to walk around until something gets caught in that. But that doesn't sound correct, does it? We squeezed the honey, but now what? This dude, or whatever it is not moving.
A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west.
A rock-like creature.
This
Okay then.
Please, let me go. I beg of you.
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word. An elf never breaks his word.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
You're too naive.
Move over, Rocky. You're in our way.
Sorry.
That music that was playing. That sounded like it was out of the early 70s or something as far as music was concerned.
Rocky has moved aside to allow Graham another passage through the forest. The rock-like creature is not inclined to move farther. Rocky isn't talking anymore. Rocky isn't talking anymore.
Alright, so let's get out of here.
Follow me. In here.
I do have a slight memory of going through tunnels, but that's about it.
Graham has entered a secluded clearing in a quieter, more pleasant area of the dark forest.
I'll be honest, it doesn't look any more pleasant.
Graham has entered a small hole burrows in at the base of an immense tree. Graham has entered
Okay, we lost the emeralds. Here's me thinking that maybe we could use those to purchase some stuff at the town perhaps, but no.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game.
Again?
Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Alright, fine. And I do recall now where we're going to pop out. Bars, we have something in the middle here. Elven miners.
Hey, over here. I've got something for you.
Also, we're totally trespassing this place. This dude should have no sympathy for us.
I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest.
We know what to do with those.
Follow that passage over there. It's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help. I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes.
We are not going to wear them, we're going to give them away. Which makes me wonder what we do with that other shoe. Maybe there's something in the shoe. I didn't check that. Yep, I knew it.
Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry. You were right not to want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive.
Okay, so what did we grab out of there? The spinny wheel, I think. We grabbed the emeralds, which we've used, the key, which we've used, and we got the gold heart as well as a lovely set of boots.
This is the finest pair of shoes Graham has ever seen, although a bit small for his feet. The worn old shoe is cracked and dry from the desert sun.
Nothing inside it?
Wearing one old shoe would do Graham no good at all. Even though these are a very fine pair of shoes, Graham finds them too small for his own feet.
They're elven shoes I would absolutely not fit. Alright, ma'am. I've got something for you.
My heart, you found it! I don't need this old thing anymore. Look at me, I'm a princess again. Herbert!
Alicia.
This is all far too comical for my liking.
Where have you been all this time, my love?
Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
That was the dude that we saw crying in the forest. Also, thank you, kind sir, for recovering my heart. You're welcome.
Now, why would she toss aside this beautiful harp? Well, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
There's probably some bad memories associated with it, King Graham, but you know, what would you know? Okay, we have a bunch of stuff. Can I go back into the forest? I'm guessing not, because if I could, I'll probably get trapped.
Thank goodness, Graham. Ooh, I didn't know if I'd ever see you again.
I was gone for 5 seconds, dude. Yeah, if I go left or right here, it seems to be flat out removing that first screen from the map. It's kind of a cool effect. Can I get out of here now? I think I can. But are the elves going to kill me for intruding? No one's here. And I can actually look around.
The huge underground cavern seems to be a work area for a community of elves who have since abandoned it. The huge underground cavern, a lower opening, leads into another underground tunnel. The huge...
I don't think there's anything here.
That wasn't a very smart move.
Just to be clear, I did not adjust the volume on that. Jesus Christ, game. The audio balancing on these games leaves a little bit to be desired, on top of, you know, everything else that I'm doing in post, but Christ, that was something. Oh, okay, so it worked in King's Quest 4. Will it work here?
That won't convince the snake to leave. Having learned to play the harp long ago, Graham now plays beautifully.
We cannot hypnotize this snake by using the harp. Good to know. Would you like some beeswax?
That won't convince the snake to leave.
No. Okay, I think we know what to do with these shoes.
It's you again, is it? We still don't have any shoes for sale.
What about this shoe?
The weary old woman has no interest in it. The shoemaker isn't even paying any attention to Graham.
Alright, well you'll pay attention in just a moment.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of these shoes are superb. And Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire from the sale of these shoes.
Then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find a better use for them.
You are a god, said young man. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me.
Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore, thanks to you.
Why, thank you. A hammer could be very useful on my journey.
Take care, young man. We'll never forget this.
That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. Come on, Mama, let's go home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
What can we use the hammer for?
A cobbler would normally use this small hammer to make shoes.
That's all it takes to turn their lives around, just one pair of shoes.
The old shop.
There's nothing in here. If you wanted to steal everything right now, King Graham, you could. Now, is this place closed permanently? It is not. They're just straight up gone. Okay, well, I've not been making terribly many notes on my map, but I'm trying to think where else I can go and what else I can do here. We've got the gnome, and we've also got the inn. I don't believe I can get out of the situation at the inn, though. We have beeswax, we have that. Maybe I can give that to the gnome. I'm thinking of our favourite gnome from King's Quest 1 and how he was using a spinning wheel.
A rutted dirt road travels east and west. Pouncing, the scroungy cat catches a large grey rat in its wicked claws.
Can I do anything about that? Can I throw the hammer at it? That seems important. That seems super important. Where was the cat? The cat was in here. Can I have that rat back, please?
Welcome back to our bakehouse. I hope you enjoy your custard pie.
The cat doesn't appear to like Graham, much less answer him. The cat doesn't look very friendly at all.
I think that rat is very important. Okay, let me load. I want to do that again. I want to talk to that cat. And or the rat. Is it going to appear when I go to the town entrance and then go left? If not, then I suspect the hammer is the solution. Speaking of, maybe I can throw the hammer at the snack. Just go here very briefly.
Suddenly, frantic squeakings alert Graham to a mangy cat chasing a terrified rat.
So I don't have the hammer at this point. The boot? Yes.
Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life. My children and I will never forget your kindness. Maybe someday I'll be able to return the favor. Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye, until we meet again.
There's something absolutely terrifying about that face. Normally I'm pretty tolerant of such things, but no, that was absolutely terrifying. It's like a cross between a human face and an animal face. I'm pretty certain I know how you can help me, so I'm not going to go and do the shoe thing right now. Although a hammer may come in very handy in just a moment. Can you get me out of this mess, please?
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub 'em out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds.
No, but this rat can help me.
I told you I'd repay your kindness when you saved me from that horrible cat. Good luck, friend.
Indeed. Okay, can I grab that?
Lying in a heap on the stone floor, Graham sees the rope that once held him captive. Graham stoops down and picks up the sturdy rope from the stone floor. A good strong rope is a handy item to have.
And yes, the rat supposedly hacked it to pieces, but it is surprisingly sturdy. Good to know. What else is down here?
Graham has unfortunately found himself locked in the country inn's dusty, dirty cellar. In one corner of the cellar, Graham notices a large rat hole. Graham has unfortunately found a small set of rickety wooden stairs lead up to the cellar door. There is nothing of interest inside the old rat hole.
Okay, can I just leave?
A rusty padlock securing the door prevents Graham from leaving the cellar.
Oh dear. I suppose that's where a hammer would come in handy, wouldn't it?
The key won't fit this lock. A rusty
Am I trapped in here?
A small set of rickety wooden stairs lead up to the cellar door.
There's no key hiding around here somewhere? That may be what I need the hammer for. Rusty padlock? It sounds like we can break that.
A rusty padlock. Cheer up, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you out of your misery.
Yeah, we can't get out of that. Okay, that was terrifying. Go back in a couple of seconds and look at the water. I think the hammer will get us out. After that though, then what? We've got the gnome and we've got 2 places in town. Just looking at the map and the notes that I have made, the very sparse notes, I don't see anything else we need to interact with.
It's you.
I can't believe we can't pat the dog.
What?
That's awful.
You don't.
We've swapped the shoes for the hammer. We'll try that again, and this isn't memory speaking, but I'm pretty certain we can break that rusty padlock with that hammer. That sounds like something we should be able to do. Get ourselves captured yet again. And the cellar, I assume, is the door on the left-hand side.
Hey boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub 'em out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds.
I cannot click through that.
Graham,
Okay, can we hammer the lock? Yes.
using the cobbler's hammer, Graham pounds on the rusty padlock until it breaks apart.
I'm sure nobody will hear this. Oh, we're actually inside the inn. Wow. I thought we were just going to come straight out on the left-hand side. Maybe the door to the left takes me outside and the other one takes me into the main area.
It appears that the door leads outside.
Exactly.
The sound of men talking and laughing loudly floats through the door.
Alright, let's get ourselves recaptured.
We gotta plan our next job, you guys. Hey! How did you get out of the cellar?
I'd say don't fuck with me because I can get out of the cellar, but that's not how these games work.
This time, rub 'em out for good.
That wasn't a very smart move. Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of lamb.
Yes, please.
Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham pulls out the savory leg of lamb. There is nothing else of interest inside the kitchen cupboard.
I don't see anything else.
Graham looks around the inn's kitchen and finds it rather sparse and untidy. In the corner of the room, Graham spies a large kitchen cupboard. Graham looks around the inn's kitchen. Graham.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Finding the kitchen door locked, Graham unlocks it before going outside.
Back down the road to the east, you'll run into the bakehouse.
There's got to be something in this haystack, but how do we find it? The ants, maybe?
Graham watches with surprise as a contingent of ants marches into the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
I'm glad to see there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found a golden needle in the haystack. I'd like to present it to you. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
Why, thank you, King Antony. I'm honored.
Good luck in your travels, King Graham. And be careful.
No comments. No comment whatsoever. I'm pretty certain that wasn't in the disc version. I would remember something as cringeworthy as that. I just want to get away from this noise. Listen to the instrumental version while we're looking at this.
This is a large golden needle.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff here, but I don't know what to do with any of it. Well, I know what to do with you, I know what to do with you. Everything else, I'm kind of drawing a blank. Right, so what can I do with you two? I think you two are the last two active people on the map that I have not dealt with other than the people inside the town.
I ain't in the mood to gab right now. Go find someone else to talk to.
Graham attempts to speak to the young gnome, but the boy seems to be very shy and doesn't answer.
Spinning wheel seems correct.
Where did you get this? I thought I had lost it.
Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's where it got to. The old hag took it, eh? You know, this ain't an ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? What's so special about it?
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you gotta know how to use it. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Now wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that marionette to the man here. I'll make you a new one. Come on, boy. Let's gather up some wood for a new puppet.
You're making children cry, King Graham. Okay, they've both left. We've got the marionette. Can I get in there?
Graham tries to open the small door, but finds it securely locked.
Good. I look through the window.
A small shuttered window fronts the gnome's house. Graham attempts to open the little window, but finds it bolted shut.
Can I lockpick it? It doesn't look like it. What on earth do we need the needle for?
The craftsmanship of the marionette is superb.
Alright, so I think I know what we need the marionettes for. And this is basically just a game of trading items.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
I'm not, but are you interested in this marionette?
Where did you get this wunderbar marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent.
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Why, of course. But I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality... Ich weiß nicht.
So, can I have the sled?
Yeah, take it, it's yours.
Thank you very much. I think I'll find this sled very useful.
Well, you enjoy it, and danke for the marionette.
That accent, or that attempted accent, I should say.
This is a small, well-crafted sled.
Indeed.
Not wanting to bother the toy maker again, Graham instead looks around the toy shop.
No, we don't need to wait here any longer. The cloak. How do we get the cloak? Maybe the beeswax?
May I help you, sir?
I don't see how the beeswax would help, but let me try it.
The tailor wouldn't find that suitable for his business.
Oh, the gold needle, of course.
My golden needle! Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn? Oh yes, I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours, for the price of a golden needle.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
And the few times that I've spoken German or Japanese on this channel, they just don't compare to that at all. The attempted German and the attempted French there. Oh boy.